There are local, state, and federal politicians that protect our interests. And we practice our cultural norms in comfort and ease, just as we see the Chinese people do in China. In Chinatown, I should say. Or in China too. Throughout this country. It could be a Chinatown in New York City, it could be a Chinatown in Philly, it could be a Chinatown in any other city. All right? This is what black nationalism would look like in real time. It would not be a utopia, it wouldn't. But it would be an improvement over the condition that we currently have, and it would directly address the school-to-prison pipeline that we all know about. The school is the common denominator for all children. Unless the children are homeschooled, like my sister Hanifa, who graduated from North Carolina A&T, so I kind of like wearing this sweatshirt kind of as a shout out to her. She just started homeschooling my nephew Amir. He's the same age as my daughter, he's 5. She just started that process. So we're all very supportive of her with that. And we hope she has success with that. Unless they're homeschooled, all children went to a school. Okay, some type of formal schooling education, some type of compulsory schooling for the most part. Here is where the social engineering of the society takes place. Because here is where the future adults that will maintain the society are developed and trained. Now, why can't we actually just improve the already existing schools, in my opinion? So again, this is where I differ from a lot of people. Frantz Fanon, a well-known psychiatrist, also a Pan-Africanist, also a revolutionary, a writer, he died too young. But one of Frantz Fanon's quotes is that education is meant for the establishment and the reinforcement of a given society's values and institutions. So basically what that means is that, if the society believes and wants to promote this idea that, for example, so many examples abound, but, let's say Columbus discovered America. So you go to school, you take a test. The test, you have to say, okay, Columbus discovered America, get an A on the test. If you don't say Columbus discovered America, then you fail the test. It's very simple. So, the job of the school is not to really change society. The job of the school is to maintain the society as it is in the current state. All right? In order for America to function as it has since its inception, with people of African descent on the bottom in almost every measurable metric, then the school will serve to maintain that circumstance. No matter how much we may hate to admit it, and how uncomfortable the cognitive dissonance makes us, we have to accept that the current schools are not meant to actually nurture and benefit us as a collective. At best, we get lucky with some of us beating the odds due to different levels of home training and extracurricular programming. The school-to-prison pipeline is actually maintained by the culture of the white supremacist school. And the American economy also benefits by the prison industrial complex. The two institutions work in tandem and thrive off of each other. So we cannot reform or fix something that was never broken. This was meant to be the case. These schools that funnel our children into prisons are functioning just as they have always meant to function. If this seems outlandish, then we should just revisit the 13th Amendment. We can just read it. We can Google it. We can pull it up. You can see. What does it state? Slavery shall be abolished except for those who have been duly convicted of a crime. This is printed.